indices. So let's start the session. Okay, now first of all, let me discuss about some important formula. Okay, that is number one. If you are having a raised to the power n into a raised to the power m, then you will have a raised to the power n plus m. All right, powers will be added in multiplication. And next one is, if you are having a raised to the power n divided by a raised to the power m, then you will always have a raised to the power n minus m. Number three, if you are having a raised to the power m raised to the power m, then you can write it as this. Number four, if you are having a raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. These are the basic rules, guys. Okay. If you are having a raised to the power n equal to a raised to the power m, then n will equal to m. This implies n will equal to m. Now, next rule is, if you are having this surd with the power n a, then you can write it as a raised to the power 1 by n. So, guys, if you are having a raised to the power n into b raised to the power n, then this can be written like this. Alright, so these are some basic formulas. Okay, now let's talk about the questions. Okay, now the question is, you have to find the value of in this question which I am giving you, 3 raised to the power x plus 2 plus 3 raised to the power x minus 1 divided by 3 raised to the power x plus 2 minus 3 raised to the power x minus 2. Yes, you have to find this value. Okay, so guys, we all know a formula. If we are having a raised to the power m plus 1, then we can write it as a raised to the power n and a raised to the power m. Alright, guys. Now, by using this formula, we can write this 3 raised to the power x into 3 square plus 3 raised to the power x into 3 raised to the power minus 1 divided by 3 raised to the power x into 3 square minus 3 raised to the power x into 3 raised to the power minus 2. Now, take 3 raised to the power common from numerator and from denominator as well and cancel. Alright, guys. So, this 3 raised to the power x will cancel out. Now, we are left with 9 plus 3 raised to the power minus 1 is what? 1 by 3. Then 3 square is what? 9. And this is 1 by 9. So, this will equal to 9 3s are 27. That is 28 by 3 divided by 80 by 9. So, 3 3s are 9. You can write it as 28 by 80 into 3. So, this is your 720. This is your final answer. I hope you got the point. So, this is very easy and important question as well. Alright, guys. Now, let's move on to the next question. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next question. If I'm having a question that is 2 raised to the power x plus 3 minus 2 raised to the power x minus 2 is equal to 62, find the value of x. For this question, what you need to do is just please pause the video and try to solve this question. Okay. Now, 2 raised to the power x into 2 raised to the power 3 minus 2 raised to the power x minus 2 raised to the into 2 raised to the power minus 2 is equal to 62. Now, 2 raised to the power x is common, then you are left with 8 minus 1 by 4 is equal to 62. 2 raised to the power x is what? 31 by 4 equal to 62. 31 2s are 62. So, you are left with 8. So, 2 raised to the power x equal to 2 raised to the power 3. Then you are left with x equal to 3. So, this will be your final answer. I hope you are getting the basic idea. Now, let's move on to the next question. And now, I am going to tell you some important type of surd and indices. Okay. Now, question number 1 is, what is the value of this? Alright. Now, question number 2 is, guys, these questions are the applications of quadratic equation, but you need not to go in explanation. What you need to do is, you have to understand these concepts according to your exam pattern. Okay. 56, 56, 56. Alright. Question number 4, 90, 90, 90. Alright, guys. So, you have to find these values. This is your 72 minus root 72 minus root 72. Alright. So, guys, you have to give these answers. So, these questions are the application of the quadratic equation. So, okay, first I will tell you the basic of this question. Then I will tell you the exam pattern method. Okay. Now, if I am having this question, 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus, alright. let's say this will be equal to x. So we have to find the value of x. So since here I have the infinity, then this will also be x. So I can write this 12 plus x, squaring both sides, x square minus x minus 12 equal to 0, x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 12 equal to 0. Alright, this is the basic rule of quadratic equation. Take common x minus 4 plus 3 x minus 4, you will get 0. Now x minus 4, x plus 3 will be equal to 0. So x will be equal to 4 minus 3. Alright guys, so this can't be the answer. So your answer will be x equal to 4. I hope you got the point. So this is the basic idea using quadratic equation. But guys, you need not to apply this method in your exam. What you need to do in your exam is, I will tell you. Guys, in these type of questions, what you need to do is, you have to factor this in a consecutive pairs. You have to factor this in a consecutive pairs. So this can be written as 3 into 4. This can be written as 3 into 4. If here I am having positive signs, here I am having positive signs, so the bigger number will be your answer. Same is here. Convert into some two consecutive pairs. Alright, here I am in plus, then this is your answer. 7 8 is 56. Here I am having plus, so this will be your answer. Now 9 10s are 90. Here I am having minus, so smaller will be your answer. Okay. Now I can write 8 into 9. Here I am having minus, so smaller will be your answer. That means whenever you are getting the plus sign, the bigger one will be your answer. Whenever you are getting the minus sign, then the smaller one will be your answer. Now, what if a number cannot be expressed as the product of two consecutive numbers? Now, what if the number is not the product of two consecutive numbers? Okay, so for this, now let's move like this. Alright guys, now like this. Okay, like this. Okay, now like this. Alright guys, what will you do if you are having these type of numbers which can't be split into consecutive factors? Actually 10 has factors 2 into 5, but 2 and 5 are not consecutive. Then what will you do? So for these type of questions, always remember a formula, that is root x, root x, root x. Alright. So always remember this formula for this. Just a minute. 4x plus 1. This formula is derived from the formula of quadratic equation, Sridharacharya formula, minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2. If you are having this in negative, then the formula will be 4x plus 1 minus 1 divided by 2. This will be your answer. Alright guys. So now apply this formula and always remember x can't be split in terms of two consecutive numbers. Okay. But if you are applying these formulas to the previous questions, then there is no problem. You will get the same answer. Okay. Now, here I am having 10. The answer will be 4 into 10 plus 1 divided by 2. That is root 41 plus 1 divided by 2. Now, in this question, 4x plus 1 divided by 2. That is root 77 plus 1 divided by 2. Alright guys. Now, root 4x plus 1 minus 1 divided by 2. That is root 5 minus 1 divided by 2. This will be your answer. Okay. Now, again, you can solve this. 5 cannot be written as two consecutive factors. So, I will write this as 4x plus 1 divided by 2. That is root 21 plus 1 divided by 2. Okay. So, in these type of question, you will apply this formula. I hope you got the point. Now, let's move on to the next slide. Guys, if you are having question like under root 7, 7, 7 and so on, and if you are having question this under root 7, 7, 7, 7, what will be your answer? Guys, these two questions are not same. This is infinite and this is finite. Alright. Now, you are having infinite number of times 7. This is again the quadratic equation application, but what you need to do in your exam, but whenever you are getting the question like this, 7 root, 7 root, 7 root, then 7 will be your answer. Okay. But in these type of questions, you apply a formula a, 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 a up to n times. That is a raised to the power 2 raised to the power n minus 1 upon 2 raised to the power n. Alright guys, now 7, 7, 7, 7, how many times? 4 times. Okay, so 7 raised to the power 2 raised to the power 4 minus 1 upon 2 raised to the power 4. That is 7 raised to the power 15 by 16 is your final answer. I hope you got the point. Alright, now let's move on to the next slide. Next question is, find the smallest and greatest. Alright, if we are having the question root 8 plus root 3, root 9 plus root 2, root 7 plus root 4 and root 6 plus root 5. Okay, you have to find the smallest and greatest, and next is root 7, root 5, root 9, root 7, root 5, root 3 and root 11, root 9. You have to find the smallest and greatest. Guys, for these type of questions, there will be a formula method, easiest method to solve these type of questions to identify which is smallest and which is greatest. All right. Now, what you need to do is you have to multiply these two. 8 3s are 24. All right. 9 2s are 18. 7 4s are 28. 6 5s are 30. Now, whichever is higher gives you the greatest value. This is greatest. All right. Now, whichever is lower gives you the smallest value. I hope you got the point. It is very easy. Or you can also arrange in ascending order or descending order. It is very easy. Now, in case of minus sign, what you need to do is you have to do the same. 7 5 is 35, 9 7 is 63, 5 3 is 15, 11 9 is 99. Whichever is higher gives you the smallest value, and whichever is lower gives you the greatest value. I hope you got the point. This is again very important and easy concept. Alright, now let's move on to the next question. And always remember guys, in this question, always 8 plus 3 is 11, 9 plus 2 is 11, 7 plus 4 is 11, 6 plus 5 is 11. So this method is applicable on these type of questions, and in your RRB NTPC exam, only these type of question will be asked. And similarly in subtraction, you will always have 7 minus 5, that is 2, 9 minus 7, that is 2, 5 minus 3, that is 2, 11 minus 9, that is 2. Alright, now if you are having your next question, find the smallest and greatest. Alright, the question is under root 2 cube root of 3, 4 and 6. You have to find the smallest and greatest among these numbers. Alright, now what you need to do is you have to do, you can write this third as this 2 raised to the power 1 by 2, 3 raised to the power 1 by 3, 4 raised to the power 1 by 4 and 6 raised to the power 1 by 6. Alright, now the next step is what you need to do is you have to take the LCM of these. LCM of these is 12 and multiply by 12 here. 2 raised to the power 6, 3 raised to the power 4, 4 raised to the power 3 and 6 raised to the power 2. Alright, now 2 raised to the power 6 is what? 64. This is your 81. This is your 64. This is your 36. Alright guys, now the whichever is higher give you the greatest value. Whichever is lower gives you the smallest value. Alright, I hope you got the point. In these type of questions, you have to go like this. Alright, now let's move on to the next question. Again, you have to find smallest and greatest value. Alright, now if you are having 2 raised to the power 250, 3 raised to the power 150, 5 raised to the power 100 and 4 raised to the power 200. So you have to find the smallest and greatest value out of these. First, take the HCF of 250, 150, 100, 200. And HCF means highest common factor. 50 is highest common factor from these values. Okay, now divide by 50 to the powers. You will get this, and you will get this, you will get this, and you will get this. Alright, now solve this. 32, 27, 25, and this is your 256. Now whichever is higher gives you the greatest value. This is your greatest value. and whichever is lower gives you the smallest value. I hope you got the point. So in these type of questions, you have to find the HCF of the powers, then divide by that HCF to the powers, then solve. Alright, now let's move on to the next question. Now the question is 1 upon cube root of 4 plus cube root of 2 plus 1, alright, is equal to A cube root of 4, B cube root of 2 plus C. Find the value of A, B, C. You have to find the value of A, B, C. Alright, guys, in this question, we will apply a formula A cube minus B cube is equal to A minus B, A square plus B square plus AB. Alright, we will use this formula. Now, we can write this as 4 raised to the power 1 by 3. Okay, 2 raised to the power 1 by 3 plus 1 is equal to the same. Alright. Now 2 can be written as 2 square. Alright. Now we can interchange the powers. 1 by 3 square, 2 raised to the power 1 by 3 into 1 plus 1 square. Alright. Now what I need, I have A square here plus A into B plus B square. A square plus AB plus B square. Or you can write this formula like this. This will be better. Alright. So this is your A, and according to this is your B. So we are left with only A minus B. So multiply by A minus B in numerator and denominator both. You will get the same. So after solving this, you can apply the formula A cube minus B cube. So after solving this, you will get 1 from here. So you are left with 1 by 3 minus 1 is equal to A cube root of 4 plus B cube root of 2 plus C. And you can write this 2 raised to the power 1 by 3 like cube root of this. Alright guys. Now, and you can write cube root of 4 into 0. Alright. Now after comparison, you will get A equal to 0, B equal to 1, C equal to minus 1. This will be your answer. Actually, this is a typical question for your CB2 exam. Alright. So watch again and again to understand this concept. Alright. Now let's move on to the next question. Now I will tell you very important concept. Okay, so first pause the video and try to give the answer of this question which I am writing here. 9 plus 2 root 14. You have to find this. Okay, so this is basically this I am going to explain to you. Okay, now please try to understand. Guys, always remember A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. A minus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB. The only difference between these two formulas is plus and minus, and rest of this will be same. Okay, so the deciding factor whether it is the formula of plus, whether it is the formula of minus, is only this plus or this minus. And always notice 2AB term has 2A into B. If we divide this 2AB term, we will have A into B. Alright guys, now try to understand the concept. When we square this type of expression, what we get? A square B square plus 2AB. Okay, I can write again this 5 plus 4, that is 9, plus 2 root 20. So we all know how to go from this to this. Now we have to understand how we will go from this to this. This is I am going to tell you. Alright, now you can also check. You have plus here, you have plus here, and this is your 2AB term. Okay, so I will explain you, don't worry. Now guys, we are having plus here, so I am trying to write this expression like this, then root will cancel out with this square and you will get the answer automatically. Alright guys, now you are having 2AB term here. When you divide 2AB term by 2, you will get A into B. So this is basically your A into B. So you have to split this in two factors such that after sum of the squares of these factors should be this, that is 9. So if I factor this root 14 into 1 square, after squaring and adding, we will get not getting 9. Alright, so this will not work. So I have to take the another factor of this, that is root 7 and root 2. So after squaring and adding, we will get 9. So this will work. Okay, so We are getting a and b, so answer is your root 7 plus root 2. I hope you got the point. Now, if we are having a question, root 15 plus 2 root 56. Alright, so what I need to do is, plus is here, so plus definitely will be here. This is your 2ab term, and after dividing by 2, you will get this. Okay, now I can separate, make factors of this, root 8, root 7. Alright, so root 8 here, root 7 here. So we will get our answer. Alright, so I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. I'm giving you some question, please try to solve this. Okay, so we have to solve this. Okay, what I need to do is, I can write the answers of these directly as plus I'm having here. Okay, now I can separate this into root 14 into 1. So root 14 into 1, this will be your answer. I hope you got the point. Plus is here, so plus will be here. 2ab term, I can split this in root 5 into root 4. That is root 5 into root 4. This will be your answer. Now, minus is here, then minus is for sure here. Now, I can split this root 10 into root 9. After squaring adding, you will get 19. Alright. Now, your answer will be root 10, root 9. That is root 10 minus root 3. Or you can write this as root 5 plus 2. Alright guys. But one thing you need to understand, this answer, this can be root 9 minus root 10. But you cannot take this. Always remember, you have to take the positive value. You have to take the positive value after squaring. Because always remember, root 25 is equal to 5. Always remember this. Alright. So, after square root of any positive number will definitely a positive number. Okay. So, you have to take this in positive. Now, let's move to the next question. If I am having a question like 14 minus 2 root 33, what will be your answer? Obviously, minus is here, the minus is here. Now, you can separate this root 11, root 3. So, root 11 here, root 3 here. Or you can write root 3 minus root 11, but this will give negative value. This cannot be your answer. So, this will be your answer. I hope you got the point. But, guys, this is the process. But, you can do these type of questions through options in a better way. I will explain you, don't worry. I am giving you a question that is root 9 minus 2 root 14. 9 minus 2 root 14. If I am having options, let's say root 7 minus root 2, root 7 plus root 2, root 2 minus root 7, root 14 plus 1. Okay, guys, since you are having a minus here, so in positive you will not get any answer. Alright, since this value is giving the value negative, this cannot be your answer, so this will be your answer. So it is quite easy by options. Alright, okay, now if you are having this option also, then there is no problem. After squaring and adding, you are getting 15, but you are here having 9. Okay, so this can't be your answer. I hope you got the idea. All right. Now let's move on to the next question. Root 9 minus root 8 minus root 8 minus root 7 plus root 7 minus root 6 minus root 6 minus root 5 plus root 5 minus root 4. Guys, you have to find the value of this. Guys, in these type of questions, always remember, first you have to identify the behavior of one term. Let's say this, I will take this, and after rationalizing, you will get this root 9 root 8 divided by 9 minus 8, you will get root 9 plus root 8. What you are observing, this term converted into this. That means this is same, but the only thing I observe is the sign. Here I am having minus, here I am having plus sign. So I can write this term as this, and I can write this term as this, or I can write this term as this, I can write this term as this, I can write this term as this. Alright guys, so this will cancel out with 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 this. Now you are left with 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. This will be your answer. Sorry, there is some mistake. This has to be plus. Alright, now we are getting 3 plus 2, that is 5. Alright guys, now let's move on to the next question. Next question is, we are having 4 plus 3 root 3, okay, divided by root 7 plus 4 root 3 is equal to a plus root b. You have to find the value of a and b. Okay, now first you have to solve this expression, and you already know about this. How to solve this? Root 7 plus 4 root 3. Okay, now you can write 7 plus 2 into 2 into root 3. Okay, now this term is 2ab term, so I can remove this 2 from here. I am getting a and b. So I can write this as, here I am having plus, so I can add this. Okay, now this is your 2 and this is your root 3 whole square. So you will get 2 plus root 3. This method you already know. Okay, so I can write 4 plus 3 root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3 is equal to a plus root b. Now rationalizing, after rationalizing you will get this 2 minus root 3, 2 minus root 3. This question is important for your CBT 2 exam. Now multiply these two, you will get 8 minus 8 plus, you will get 8 minus 4 root 3 plus 6 root 3 minus 9 after multiplying, and here you get this. Okay, now 8 minus 9 is minus 1 plus 2 root 3 a plus root b. Alright, so minus 1 plus root 12 a plus root b. So the value of a is minus 1 on comparing, and value of b is what? Plus 12 on comparing. So this will be your answer. So guys, this is very important question for your IIM NTPC CBT 2 also. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay, question is 256 raised to the power 0.16 into 256 raised to the power 0.09. This you have to find. Okay, so you are having a formula a raised to the power n into a raised to the power m is equal to a raised to the power n plus m. Alright guys, so applying this formula we will get 256 raised to the power 0.25. So 256 is what? 4 raised to the power 4, and I can write this power as this. This will cancel out with this, you will get 4 as your final answer. I hope you got the point. It is again very easy question. So let's move on to the next question. Okay. Now the question is 2 cube root of 40, 4 cube root of 320 plus 3 cube root of 625 minus 3 cube root of 5. Yes, what is the answer of this? Guys, please pause the video and try to solve this question fast. Okay, now I can write this as 8 into 5. I can write this into 64 into 5. I can write this into 125 into 5. I can write this as it is. Okay, now cube of root 8 is what? 2. So 2 will come out, that is 4 cube root of 5. Now 4 is came out, 16 cube root of 5. 5 is come out, this is a 15 cube root of 5 minus 3 cube root of 5. Alright guys, now 15, 4, 19 cube root of 5, 16, 3, 19 cube root of 5. This will cancel out with this, you will get the answer. I hope you got the point. So this is again very easy question, but this is important for your CBT 2 exam as well as CBT 1 also. Okay, now the question is, if you have under root 3x square minus 12x plus 19 plus under root 3x square minus 12x minus 11 is equal to 6. Alright, and you have to find the value of 3x square minus 12x plus 19 minus under root 3x square minus 12x minus 11. This you have to find. Okay, now guys, in order to do this question, I let this required figure as a. So when I multiply these two, I will get a plus b into a minus b, and you already know a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Alright guys, now a plus b, a minus b. So multiply equation number 1 and equation number 2. This is again very easy question, important question. So you will have under root 3x square minus 12x plus 19 whole square minus 3x square minus 12x minus 19 whole square is equal to 6a. Alright, now this square will cancel out with this square will cancel out with this square root. You will get 3x square minus 12x plus 19 minus 3x square minus 12x minus 11 equal to 6a. Alright, now this will cancel out with this will cancel out with this, minus minus plus, that is 30 is equal to 6a, a is equal to 5. So 5 will be your final answer. I hope you got the point. This is again very easy question. Now let's move to the next question. Next question is what? Under root of 10 plus root 24 plus root 40 plus root 60. Alright, now we have to find this. So we'll proceed like this. This is very interesting question, guys, and I will use this formula in this. A plus B plus C whole square is equal to A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. Okay, now I can write this like this. 4 6 ja 24, 4 10, 4 50. Alright, now I can write this as 2 root 2 into root 3, 2 root 2 into root 5, 2 root 3 into root 5. Alright, now I can split this 10 as 2 plus 3 plus 5. Alright, now A square plus B square plus C square is plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. This is the formula of root 2, root 3, root 5 whole square. Then you will get root 2 plus root 3 plus root 5. So this will be your final answer. I hope you got the point. This is very interesting question, guys. So guys, this is all about surd and indices chapter. I hope you like it. And guys, this is recorded session. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we will meet in the next session. Thank you. Jai Hind.